Good evening. I want to take just a moment to welcome you all to this occasion where we are celebrating and recognizing Nathan Widener and Gavin Pennington for their achievement of the Eagle rank, which is certainly the highest rank you can earn in Boy Scouts. And just hope you enjoy the ceremony and take it all in. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to our SPL, Mr. Levi Lipsco.
Color guard, attention. Audience, please rise. Scouts, those not in uniform, please place your right hand over your heart. Color guard, forward march. Color guard, halt. Color guard, present the colors. Scout sign. Scout salute. Please recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Scout sign. Please recite the Scout oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. 2. Please recite the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and irreverent. 2. Please recite the outdoor code. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, to be careful with fire, to be considerate in the outdoors, to be conservation-minded. 2. Color guard, post the flag of the United States of America. Color guard, post the troop flag. Color guard, on your colors. Color guard dismissed. Audience, please be seated. Yeah, I gotta do the prayer. Freddie, our chaplain, is going to come say a prayer.
Scout is reverent. Lord, I want to thank you for this day and everything done. First, I just pray that you'll be here with us today and that you'll allow everything to go smoothly, Lord. I pray that everyone here comes to know you and comes to love you, Lord. I pray that everyone here is, at some point in their life, will grow a connection with you. I pray in your name. Amen.
And now our Scoutmaster, Brian Rocket, will finish this.
I don't know about finishing it. Tell you what I'm going to say. All right, at this time, we will have a presentation of the 12 points of Scout Law by our Scouts. And I'm going to pull this so you can hear. A Scout is trustworthy.
Being trustworthy means to be honest and keeping your promises. Be someone others can trust.
A scout is loyal.
Loyal. Being loyal means sticking by your friends and family, supporting them no matter what. Be a good friend.
A scout is helpful.
Helpful. Being helpful means looking for ways to help others without being asked. Be ready to lend a hand.
A scout is friendly.
Friendly. Being friendly means being kind and making new friends. Treat everyone nice and with respect.
A scout is courteous.
Courteous. Being courteous means using good manners and being polite to others. Think about how others feel.
A scout is kind.
Kind. Being kind, caring, and nice. Think about how you can help others and be a good friend.
A scout is obedient.
Obedient. Obedient means listening to adults and following the rules. Do what you are asked in a respectful way.
A scout is cheerful.
Cheerful. Being cheerful means having a positive attitude, look for good things even when it's hard.
A scout is thrifty.
Thrifty. Being thrifty means using resources wisely and not wasting things. Use what you have wisely and be careful with your things.
A scout is brave.
Brave. Being brave means facing challenges with courage. Try new things and stand up for what's right.
A scout is clean.
Clean. Being clean means keeping yourself and your surroundings clean.
A scout is reverent.
Reverent. Being reverent means showing deep respect, love for others, and reverence for God.
Thank you, Scouts. This time, I'm going to talk about Scout Spirit and the Eagle. Scouting is not only learning to camp and tie knots, and Scouts love to tie knots. Don't let them tell you any different. From the time each of these two young men were here tonight celebrating, signed up for Cub Scouts roughly 12 years ago, they've been developing many different types of life skills that include camping, knot tying, honoring their God, their neighbor, their community, and the world. They've earned badges that say they can save a life, identify good health habits, consider circumstances that threaten them in their environment, and how to contribute to the safety of themselves, their families, neighborhoods, and our planet. Along with these skills, they learn how to communicate and have completed a tremendous amount of elective studies. They've completed all of the required boards of review, progressed through all the ranks, continuously demonstrated Scout spirit, and demonstrated tremendous leadership skills. Leadership is paramount in Scouting, and it culminates in the Eagle Project, which both of these young men have completed. Their projects were approved by their local council, and they've been through their final board of reviews. These two young men have completed all prerequisites for Eagle rank and more. They've met consistently with the troop, and each have their own individual contributions, but both understand the core value of Scout Spirit. Scout Spirit is the embodiment of the Scout Oath and the Scout Law in a Scout's daily life. It involves honoring one's God, country, and helping others, while also striving to improve oneself in body, mind, and principles. It is a demonstration of positive personal virtues and a sense of duty. Scout Spirit is discussed during the Scoutmaster Conference and can be a part of the Board of Review when advancing to a new rank. It's not about being good, but rather about doing good. Scout Spirit is displayed by being a role model and living by the Scout Oath, law, motto, and slogan. It is an opportunity for self-reflection about belief and reverence. The Scout is required to tell the leader how they believe they've done their duty to God, as defined by both the Scout and their family. Scout Spirit is not based on the number of Scouting events attended, but rather on how the Scout helps bring out the best in others. It evolves as the Scout matures and gains a deeper understanding of these principles. To demonstrate Scout Spirit, a Scout can tell the truth, stand up for others, help out, be inclusive, show gratitude, assist someone in a time of need, play fair, avoid complaining, discourage bad language, and listen to music that promotes positive values. At this time, I would like to bring up Mr. Jared Lipscoe to talk about Eagle Scout contributions. And I know you don't need a microphone, but
well, it's an honor to be here tonight. It's an honor to see these young men. As I grow older, I realize I am becoming more and more in touch with my identity as a pastor. And so I'm going to use my notes so I don't go 20 minutes, okay? All right. And I'm going to say something really quick. I like teaching. My favorite point to teach of these 12 points of the Scout Law is number 5. A scout is courteous. Because courtesy is a system of behaviors that can be studied and learned systematically. But sometimes the point of the scout law, best demonstrated by a scout, is one they learned long before they were old enough to become a scout. When I think about Nathan Widener, I cannot help but see a kind soul. I cannot be sure if or when Nathan ever learned to be kind, because for as long as I remember, he has been one of the kindest people I know. Other points of the scout law, like friendliness and obedience, refer to how we interact with our peers and superiors, respectively. But kindness is a special trait that shows best to those who are weaker than ourselves. To really show kindness, a person must reach out to someone that others wouldn't even notice. Like the Good Samaritan, Nathan notices those who get left off to the side. He goes to them and brings them in. It is easy enough and well done in our society to avoid being unkind. But Nathan is kind. Nathan is a fine young man and works to follow all 12 points of the Scout Law, but in my estimation, he is most especially kind. And I want to thank Nathan for his contribution in that he demonstrates what he's learned in scouting and what scouting promotes. Tonight, we also recognize Gavin Pennington. When I think about Gavin, I think about his love for music, photography, and the night canoe trip at Sequoia. The Bible says in Psalm 46:10, "Be still and know that I am God." It has become apparent to me that Gavin is a quiet person, and he especially knows how to be quiet when important things are to be heard. He knows how to look when important things are to be seen. Gavin is not just avoiding disrupting a reverent moment, he is hearing and seeing. Among many fine qualities Gavin Pennington possesses, he is reverent. Gavin knows to revere the God of heaven when he sees the stars. He knows how to walk in the forest with great respect for those who kept it clean before him and a desire to keep it clean for others. But most of all, to stand in awe of its creator.
Thank you, Mr. Lipscomb. At this time, I would like to bring up our charter organization representative and treasurer and former Scoutmaster, Mr. Wesley Higgins.
It's an honor to be here tonight. Unlike Mr. Jarrett, I don't think I have any notes, so I may ramble for a long time. But I was asked to speak on the history of scouting here at this church. And to me, it starts back when I was a scout. Otherwise, I wouldn't have pursued scouting with my own children. But back in the 80s and 90s, I was in Troop 44, not 247. And I actually had the privilege of being part of a scouting organization with Nathan and Gavin's uncles. So John Smith's here tonight, Ryan Peoples, they were both in my scout troop. So just when those two, Nathan and Gavin, joined our pack and our troop, I already had a personal connection to them. And I knew their families. I knew the type of people that raised them. And I knew that they already had some scouting heritage in their lives. So I'm not surprised to see them here on this day. I knew that they would be here one day with getting the rank of Eagle Scout. So I don't know if it was Miss Deborah and my mom that got together and decided that me and Ryan needed to be in Scouts or not, but I'm sure that they had conversations with each other to make that decision. But it started as a way for me and my dad to do things together. And so when we set up our Scout troop here at Rock Creek, that was one of the things that I really enjoyed, was that it was a way for dads to connect with their children. And we did that through a lot of the different events that we had, the campouts, the summer camps. But then we also had a lot of moms that contributed as well, because behind every man there is a good woman. And my wife came almost every single time we were here on Monday nights, taught merit badges to these boys, and taught them to Gavin and Nathan. And she was actually the one that started the Cub Scout pack with some other homeschool moms when we were looking for some scouting options for us in this area. And they started that at another church, and then we moved it over here when we moved to Rock Creek. So I was really glad to have them set that up, and then I got more involved afterwards. But we started our Cub Scout program in 2006, and then when our first pack, that first den that we had, made it all the way through, and they moved over to Boy Scouts, we started a Boy Scout group here. And that was Troop 247 back in 2011. Since then, we've had a number of Eagle Scouts through our troop. And all four of my sons are Eagle Scouts, two of them here tonight. So I had Thomas Earl, Patrick, Jonah. Oh, Jonah's up in the front too, up at the top, so he's here too. Then we had Braden Massey, who's also an Eagle Scout. Caleb Higgins came back and after Braden, he was an Eagle Scout. Jaden Lipsco, Eagle Scout from this group. And then now we add two more to the roster. So I'm really proud to have them here. And I think that kind of wraps up our history here. We did have Scout organization way before Troop 247 back in the 60s, and it produced a lot of Eagle Scouts as well. So per capita, this church has quite a few Eagle Scouts. We're really proud of that. And gentlemen, I'm really proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Higgins. At this time, I would like to bring up two Eagle Scouts, Patrick Higgins and Thomas Earl Higgins.
The Boy Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant influences in the world's history. You, Gavin and Nathan, have been declared worthy of the high rank of Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America. All who know you, like all these people here, rejoice in your achievement.
Your position, as you well know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are a marked man, or marked men. As an Eagle Scout, you are expected to exemplify in your daily life the high principles and values expressed in the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. You have assumed a solemn duty and obligation to do your duty to God and your country, to your fellow Scouts, and to all other human beings. This is a great undertaking, which you are now just beginning. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts.
As an Eagle Scout, you two will be champions to other Scouts and an example to your community. Remember that your actions will be more conspicuous. People will expect more from both of you. It is your responsibility to help maintain the high regard that all Americans have for Eagle Scouts. To falter would bring discredit not only to you, but also to your fellow Eagle Scouts. Keep your ideals high and your honor bright.
Your responsibilities, however, go beyond your fellow scouts. They extend to your country and to your God. America has many good things to give to you and to give your children after you. But these good things depend, for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. Our country has had a great past. You can help make the future even greater. I challenge you, Nathan and Gavin, to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold with a high level of service to God and your fellow human beings. Live and serve so that those who know you will be inspired to the highest ideals of life.
I challenge you to be among those who dedicate their hearts and hands to the common good. Build America on the solid foundations of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence to God. Then, whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record of which you must be proud. And now I would like to ask Gavin and Nathan to join me on stage. Now, in scouting, we have the Scout Oath and the Scout Law that we recite at every meeting that we have. But when you become an Eagle Scout, there's a new oath that you must take. So I have for both of you here a certificate of the Eagle Scout Oath. And we're going to say it together. So if you'll repeat after me, Scout sign. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example. My rank and my influence count strongly for better scouting and for better citizenship in my troop, in my community, and in my contacts with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor.
See in your program, we're now going to go to the Eagle certification. But before we do, I've got a couple little things I want to say about these two young men. I'm just going to pull this up. That'd be better. We're almost done. It gives me great honor to see both of you standing here today in front of me, about to be awarded your rank as an Eagle Scout. I've talked about Scout Spirit, but I want to speak just a moment about Scout Law. There's a common question during the Scoutmaster Conference and Board of Review. What point of the Scout Law do you most identify with? You've heard that one before? Or which point of the Scout Law do you feel you best exemplify? You've probably heard that one before. When I think of Gavin, I think of helpful. From the time he was a Cub Scout, he embodied the third point of Scout Law. Gavin, I've seen you volunteer to oversee younger Scouts cooking, even when you couldn't consume the food that was being cooked. I've seen you volunteer to be wrapped up in toilet paper like a mummy for some reason, to demonstrate a lesson to a Cub Scout. I've seen you teach and help younger Scouts, including my own son, Collier, learning camping skills, rank requirements, and the like. Whether it was helping with our campsite gate at summer camp or learning reveille or taps on the trumpet so we could have a proper bugler. You consistently showed what it means to be helpful. And I'm very proud to be here with you tonight. When I think of Nathan, I could talk a lot about the fun spirit that he brings to whatever we do, whether we're learning from a merit badge book here at the church or we're sitting around a campfire. Nathan, you bring a fun spirit, and you've left an indelible mark on our troop. Some things, in fact, we can't even talk about here. We're just going to leave that there. But seriously, Nathan, when I think of you, I think of friendly, the fourth point of the Scout Law. You're always ready to befriend a new scout, no matter the age, rank, it doesn't matter. I've seen this firsthand as you've become a great friend to Collier. You've come over and spent the night with Collier. You've taken him to Dairy Queen, taken him to Subway, taken him to McDonald's. I see a theme. Maybe we owe you money. I don't. But I'm going to stop. I don't want to get too far in the weeds, so I don't want to get choked up. But Nathan, your friendship with Collier means the world to me. And I'm very proud of you. So I'm honored to be here tonight with both of these young men. And at this time, I'm going to ask Greg Pennington and Alan Widener to come up. Nathan and Gavin, you're about to get these certificates, and it says, the Boy Scouts of America is proud to award the rank of Eagle Scout to Gavin Thomas Pennington and Nathan Allen Widener, Troop 247, Bessemer, Alabama, in recognition of successful completion of all requirements for the Scouts' highest rank. And for Gavin, it's January 21st, 2024, same date for Nathan. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over
All right.
to Greg.
I'll go first. I'll just talk a little close to this microphone. How about that? All right, Gavin. So I'm gonna remove this one. What was this? Oh, well, that's lifeless. And it worked. And then see if Badge Magic keeps this on. If you find this in the parking lot, that's probably Gavin's. And we'll remove the Scout, whatever that is. I can't think right now. Neckerchief, and add the eagle. Where is this? This is in my pocket. And I'm not going to pin all of these pins on him tonight, but he has Eagle Palms beyond the Eagle Scout Award, and he's got two of each, the gold, silver, and the bronze Eagle Palms. So where's that? Hey, Rachel, get your camera ready.
So I have a pin to put on Nathan. His instructions were don't stick me, Dad. But he also earned his gold, silver, and bronze palms. And put his eagle pin on it. It's getting too big. He might beat me up. I stick myself.
It's time for these guys, these two Eagle Scouts right here, they have 30 minutes each, and they're going to tell you about, I don't know, they're going to talk for about 2 minutes each.
I'd like to start off to say thank you for everyone who showed up. It's been a long road to get here. Me and Nathan started off in Troop 247 as Tigers in the pack. And one of the biggest reasons for that would be Miss Birchfield. I'd just like to say thank you. Me and Nathan, we've grown together in this troop, in the pack, and through every stage of life until now, and it's nice to look back and see all the things we've learned, all the things we've grown through together, and I'm just proud of where we've come. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to be honest with each and every single one of you. I didn't write a speech, but it's okay because I'm an Eagle Scout now, so I'm just going to wing it. First and foremost, I'll say thank you to everybody that showed up tonight to celebrate this special event with me and Gavin. I got so many thank yous than y'all even ready for. First and foremost, I want to thank a parent for each and single one of these boys down here, and my parents especially. Without y'all and the support, we can't do what we love to do. I got to thank some special people. I want to thank Miss Birchfield, best first grade class teacher I could ever ask for. Thank you for always supporting us and being there for us. We really appreciate it. I would like to thank Gavin and Ethan. It's been a long road. I'll never forget the memories with y'all boys. I really appreciate y'all always being there for me. And I want to thank all y'all from all the memories and joking by the campfire to the crazy adventures with Mr. Lipsco. I want to thank my family for always supporting there and being there for me. Thank you. I want to thank every scout leader. Thank y'all. We couldn't do what we love to do without y'all either. So thank y'all. I want to thank the Higgins boys and Mr. Higgins and Miss Higgins. Without them, we still wouldn't be able to do what we love. The kids, Higgins boys, thank y'all for welcoming me when I first crossed over and taking me and Gavin in. We felt like home, and I want to say thank y'all to y'all. Thank y'all. I want to thank the Rockets for taking over. They done an amazing job. Thank y'all. And now I have a special award. But before I grant this award, I want to tell you a little bit about this person. Oh boy. This person, such an encouragement. He always had a smile on his face. No matter if it could be 80 degrees outside or negative 20, he's always an encouragement and positive. Even from Monday nights where I had a rough day at school, I felt down. I showed up at Scouts. He put a smile on my face. He's an amazing person, and he couldn't have been a better friend. But I'd like to invite Collier Rocket up here. So that's all I got. So thank y'all once again. Y'all have a good night.
yes, at this time, we will invite our chaplain's aide, Freddie Eubanks, up to say a prayer to close us out and bless our refreshments that we have afterwards across the street in the Family Life Center, and that will conclude our ceremony. And once again, give these two guys a hand.
Scouters, Reverend. Lord, I thank you for this day and everything done for us. I thank you for these two boys behind me that have clearly done a lot for this troop. I pray that the food we are about to go enjoy brings us all closer together and nourishes our body, Lord. I pray in your name. Amen.
We want to take a moment for pictures, right? The food will be there in a moment.